Hi, good afternoon. It's Monday, and I wanted to check in with you about my garden and give you a little update. Welcome back. Well, this is like a day and a week out of somebody else's life right now because the weather is so crazy here in Arizona. It's actually like 41 degrees today, and that's like close to the high, maybe 45. And we've had a lot of freezing temperatures getting down into the 30s, and there's even a couple of days this week that it says that we might get down as low as 29. But the next week it's gonna go back up into the 70s. And it's been raining here all day, and the sky, look at that sky. That sky looks like the sky in Arkansas. So luckily the palm trees remind me that I'm not in Arkansas, that I'm still in Arizona, and it's gonna get sunny again. So let's do a little quick tour before it starts raining again and catch up on what's going on in the garden. All right, so we were talking, and these are definitely by far the best looking carrots we've ever had. And yesterday, my husband and I were looking, and even though these look really full, they're all really spaced out quite nicely, and they're in that perfect kind of spiral pattern, and everything's looking good over here. I've taken spinach off of here a couple of times, so it's starting to fill in more and more on its own. And all weekend I've been meaning to get some cuts of this dill because I want to get it drying, but the salad bed here is just looking great. It gets better and better, and I want to make a salad tonight, but it's gonna get so cold tonight that I'm thinking I might let them just keep their leaves. And I've noticed this red romaine is getting more and more red because of the cold, and the kale is starting to fill back in from its first set of leaves getting eat up by something, and cilantro is looking wonderful. Strawberries are kind of struggling right now, and they may be coming to the ends of their days. These two here are really kind of slow mowing in the grow department, but you know what, they're there, and we're not spending a lot of water on them, so we'll just keep in and see what's going on. Now this bed is I haven't been covering anything, and so everything is just looking really awesome. This collard is filling in a lot around the bottom and not growing quite so tall right now, but we're happy with that. Look at this, how it's just all that water in there. I'll empty that out. It's really cool to me how the water beads up on the cabbage and the brassicas. Look at this, just puddles of water sitting there in the leaves and some bird poop. And we'll just empty that out. So the cabbage and all the brassicas are looking great. This is all my spinach. I'll get in there and show you that. Like, see there, spinach is really coming along, and I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that because spinach is something I can freeze and use it all throughout the year. So that's the reason why I really kicked up production of growing spinach as much as I can until I can't anymore. The flowers over here are just really coming along. That one's about to get a little flower head on it, and plenty of these over here have been blooming. We've been getting some pink ones in, and there's more coming along here, and everything's looking nice. The broccoli and the cauliflower are just as happy as they can be. So are the peas. They're so tall. And this one has just been beating up against this all day long. We actually had, if you can see here, this one was the super tall one, and somehow or another it got broke this week. I think it was probably wind. But these are so attached that every time I touch them I tend to break them, so I don't know if I'm going to weave them back down, but I just took this one that broke and I put it in the kitchen window, and it's doing great. It's still making peas from the flowers, and this next generation here is coming up. It's looking like there might be a flower coming in right there. We've got lots of little cosmos that have come in. to show us their pretty faces, mostly pink ones over here. Now we'll run over to bed 1 and check out what's going on there, because I am freezing. And I'll show you some weird stuff I've got going on inside too. Okay, so see, look at these bambinos. These were planted long before those over there, and they just look great. Again, the wind's been beating up everything today, but look at my spinach that's in there. That's all looking good and happy. And my Brussels sprout, and see, it's so good that that pepper is not here anymore, because it would not be happy. And the nasturtiums are just looking beautiful. I found out that those are gonna make some pretty nice orange blooms when they come in. Now let's run inside real quick and show you this weird thing I've got going on with my spring planting, and then I wish you adieu. So this is the weirdness that I've got going on, is that they started growing mold, and I did a little research, and it talked about how there was a lot going on in there. They're making ginger cookies, and I'll show you that in a minute. They're making ginger cookies, and there's a movie going on, and I don't know what movie it is. But those started developing mold on them, and I did a little research that said that maybe the first time when I got them wet, I could have used chamomile tea, and that would keep that from happening. The weird thing is, I've never had that happen to me before in the past, and the lid was on it. I mean, I know the mistakes that I did make. At this point, I just don't know if I'm going to do a recovery mission on those, or if I'm just going to plant in something else with my seedlings. But I'm really grateful that I ended up getting behind on getting the seeds in there, because this way I don't have to freak out about my seeds either. So I'll give you a glimpse of them making cookies, and otherwise have yourself the best day ever, and we'll chat with you soon. What are you guys doing?
We're making cookies.
What kind of cookies?
We're making ginger snap cookies.
Ginger snap cookies. Is this your first batch right here?
Yeah, yeah. This is our second batch that we're gonna put in the oven.
That you're putting in the oven?
Yeah.
How much of this did you do? Did Nana do most of it, or did you do most of the ingredients?
We did most of it. She just like put it in the oven for us, kind of like that.
Who did the blending?
Nana did the blending, and I helped a little bit too.
Okay, but otherwise you guys got all of the ingredients out and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know what's in the pot?
In the pot?
Yeah.
No. Is it?
I can't see it.
It's beans.
Oh yeah, the beans that we sorted last night.
You sorted beans last night?
Yeah.
How do you sort?
We had to do it in our bedroom because I was like all sleepy and I don't want to get up. So.
Because you were sleepy?
No, I just didn't want to get up.
Oh, you wanted to just stay in your room and you
Play
sorted
Legos.
and play Legos while you sorted beans?
Yeah. So.
All right. Can you say have the best day ever?
Have the best day ever and have a happy New Year's Eve.
Last thing I want to say, we're making 3 dozen eggs. I mean 3 dozen cookies.
Wow.
All for New Year's.
All for New Year's. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.